Hello everyone and welcome back. In this video I'm going to talk to you about the healthcare proxy and the power of attorney. So the healthcare proxy typically deals with medical decisions and the power of attorney typically deals with financial decisions. And these are documents that I could execute so that in the event I become incapacitated, perhaps I've been in a car accident and I'm unconscious, I have now given certain individuals the right to make either medical decisions or financial decisions for me. Now, I have talked about in other videos about the fact that when it comes to behavioral health issues, substance use and mental illness, I think for the most part, these documents are a waste of time. I simply don't think they are designed for behavioral health issues. But we had a little bit of twist on it this morning where somebody called in and said, my father is refusing to go to the doctor. He's got a medical issue and I have a healthcare proxy and I want to use it to force him to go to the doctor. And so let's talk about that, because these documents are not documents that allow you to basically force somebody to do something against their will because you want them to or because you disagree with them. In this particular instance, the son disagreed with the father's decision not to go to the doctor. The father didn't want to go. He doesn't like going to the doctors. And other than the fact that he doesn't want to go to the doctors to treat this supposed medical issue, there's nothing wrong with him. He takes care of himself. He bathes, he eats, he's fully functional. There's nothing really wrong with him. And the son was like, well, I'm going to use the healthcare proxy to force him to go to the doctor. No, that's not how this works. If, God forbid, the father became incapacitated, in other words, somehow he wasn't conscious, couldn't make a decision about his own health care, then yeah, you can use the healthcare proxy to make decisions for him. But it's not designed where you get to tell people how to live their life. And even if you have a healthcare proxy, what's your plan if your loved one says, well, I'm not going to follow the directives that I've given you. I'm not going to recognize it. In fact, I'm revoking it. I'm taking it back. Okay, what's your plan then? And this really applies in our universe where we're dealing with people who have substance use and mental illness. So even if you can get them to execute a power of attorney and a healthcare proxy, and I think arguably if they're sick enough where you feel like you need to make a decision to get them into treatment, I don't even know if arguably they could even execute either of these documents. But again, even if they have executed them in the past, if you think you can use them to get them into treatment, the answer is no, you can't. You tell them, well, I've got a healthcare proxy. I want you to go to treatment. Well, I'm not going because there's nothing wrong with me. And so, this is why the Marchman Act and the guardianship are the tools that you need to use. When it comes to behavioral health issues, healthcare proxies and power of attorneys, I just think they're a waste. If your loved one is that sick, then use the courts to get them into treatment. And even if you have a healthcare proxy and a power of attorney, the enforceability of these documents lies in going to court and getting a court to recognize the authority you've been given. And how do you do that? Well, Marchman Act and guardianship. I wanted to share that with you. I know we get a lot of calls for people wanting to get a healthcare proxy and a power of attorney. And I think it's a waste when you're dealing with somebody who has a behavioral health issue. So that's my 2 cents, just another twist on those documents. And once again, please give me a thumbs up. We'd love a subscription to the channel. And thank you for tuning in. Bye-bye.